Welcome back to How to Souls. My name is Rach and today we're going to continue with our walkthrough of Dark Souls 3. It's time to explore Lothric Castle properly. The last time we went up this ladder from the Dancer of the Boreal Valley bonfire, we went up to the left and then that led to the Consumed King's Garden and it led us on our merry way to all the optional areas. But now if you go straight ahead, this is the way you're sort of meant to go. Your first sort of battle is with these two laddies. You've got your Lothric Knight and you've got your sort of monk lad, monkey man, who does buff him. So you do want to focus on the monk and then it's just you and the knight afterwards. But he's already buffed, which isn't great. But at least, you know, if we get the monk down, it means that the buff isn't going to, you know, refresh, I suppose. That's the priority order for the two of these guys. Buff lasts about 16 years by the looks of it, so there probably is no point in like waiting it out. Literally, it's still going. It's longer than any buff that we have. And we're just fighting these guys the same way that we always do. A backstab might have been nice, but sometimes you don't have the luxury of that. Up on the altar here, we do have another soul. These are going to come in handy later on in this episode, as is this elevator here. This is your shortcut elevator for the boss of this area, the Dragonslayer Armor, so that's where that is, and we'll come back to it later. Up the stairs here, there are a couple more knights and another monkey that does buff them. So if you go right first of all and take him out, then you don't have to worry about him. You can pull them back. There are two of them. If you pull two of them at once, just pull them back until one of them gets bored. But we've managed to only pull the one of them. So we're just going way back into this first room. Just to fight a little bit more chill. The shield bash, it's worth noting, the shield bash is a tricky one. You can't just dodge it by strafing. Oh, here comes the other one into the room. He'll walk in and then walk out again. We're just gonna, he hasn't seen us yet. Yeah, the shield bash will sort of track you better than, say, the spear thrust will. So if you see him start to do a spear thrust, you can simply strafe around behind him and get your backstab. However, if you see a shield bash coming out, you will have to roll, because that'll hit you, that'll interrupt you. And then a lot of the time you roll and you're nowhere near his back, and it's a patience game. Okay, we're two-handing, which is great. That means we can get... Oh, never mind. So we can get around the back. But if you take your time and do these guys nice and slowly, quite often it means you only have to do it once, put it that way. If you're cautious the first time, there we go. All we needed to do was break through the defense once. And then it was like one combo for him. Yeah, if you're cautious the first time you go through an area, in theory, you shouldn't have to do it multiple times. In theory. There's lots of little shortcuts that you can unlock in this area as well. And then there's lots of little side like paths that, again, you only have to take once. So it is worth taking it slowly. Exercising caution. In this entire... Actually, for the whole rest of the game, really. Because I would say this is where it starts to get quite difficult. It's a couple, like, really mean guys coming up. This bonfire here we're going to use briefly. We're not going to use it a whole ton. But just to point out, it is actually... Actually, no. This is the one we'll use for Dragonslayer Armor. Because as you could see looking over the top there, it's just a quicker way to get to kind of like the rafters, the sort of roof bit that heads to that elevator shortcut, rather than having to climb the ladder every single time from Dancer. Popping the bow back on our bars, still not upgraded, I just want to point that out, still not upgraded it. Maybe one day she'll upgrade it, maybe not. Yeah. Popping the bow back in our bars because we'll use that quite a bit. We are a bit low on arrows, so if you notice that you're low on arrows, it's worth a wee trip back to Firelink Shrine to stock up on them because they can be really, really handy here. We don't use them a whole ton. Probably don't use them as much as we could. But because our dex is so high, we have 40 dex, we could definitely be using the bow a whole lot more. Using it for damage rather than just for pulling. Yeah, I'm not sure what she... Oh, this guy is throwing Lloyd's talismans. Yeah, so the sort of white cloud things, that's a Lloyd's talisman. That's going to block you from healing. Oh, get these guys before they climb over. Nice, that always feels quite funny. Yeah, Lloyd's talisman, you can't heal. It lasts a painful amount of time. There's a wingless winged knight up here, ready to plop down on top of you, Snorlax style, with the body slam. What we're going to do is we're just going to drag him out of this room because fighting in tiny little rooms is never fun. I'm going to try and get around the back of him because he's quite slow. Very easy to backstab these guys, apart from when they shuffle just out of backstab range. And then as he's getting up, you can get a couple hits in. Maybe even another backstab. Yeah, there you go. They're not so bad when they attack one at a time anyway. And then back in this room, we can pick up this shiny Twinkling Titanite. Yeah. You get loads of Twinkling Titanite. Like, I kind of feel like I want to just level up another weapon just for the crack, you know? Just because I can. This wall here is a Lothric, so you can roll through it or hit it, whatever you like. A beautiful painting here of a winged knight with his wings. What does it mean? It's all lore and stuff. And a guy that was sitting watching it that did have the winged knight armor set on him. And there's the sacred blim shield. We can head out onto the roof here just to drop back down. And then this is where we were before when we went in that room. Perfect. So little side areas like that, if you do die, it's not like you have to do all that again because you've already gotten the stuff from it. That's kind of what I meant. Like, take it slowly the first time you go through. And it's not like you have to do it all every time. Right, so yeah, just pointing out... Oh, did I call it a Lloyd's talisman? I'm sorry, I'm a Dark Souls 1 person. It's called Undead Hunter Charm in this game. Undead Hunter Charm blocks your use of Estus. Even if the explosion didn't hit you, as you saw there, all we did was roll through the cloud. If the cloud touches you, it gives you this, this debuff for some time. And you won't be able to heal. If you do try and heal, your character's going to do this really embarrassing, like, oh, why is it not working, huh? Kind of animation, which does leave you wide open for enemies to come and hit you. So it's a bad time. So there you go. The white cloud has dissipated. We're free to heal again. There we go. Glug, glug. And there's a guy above us on the bridge throwing more of them. So if we fight just sort of underneath the bridge here, we're not going to get hit by yon hunter charm throwing lad. And we can take out this guy. But we'll get revenge on that guy in a bit. The throwing guy. In a wee bit. Here's another bonfire here. They're quite generous, I suppose, with bonfires and shortcuts. They kind of need to be, I suppose, at this kind of stage of the game. On the left, first of all. We just have a little sit here. No, on the right, first of all. We'll come down that way in just a bit. We'll head up the stairs. There's 2 Wyverns here. Well, there's one, currently. The second one is... he's around. There he is. There's the second one. Yeah, there's 2 Wyverns. They will constantly carpet the bridge with fire. So we'll just head over to the left and pick this up first of all. Yeah, these Wyverns, you can kill them with arrows. You can simply run through them. There's a few ways you can deal with them. They will die quite easily, really, anyway. But if for whatever reason you wanted to kill them with your bow and your arrows, you'll probably need quite a lot of arrows. And much the same as anything, the closer you are to the target, the less drop-off you'll have on your damage from your arrows. Feather arrows fly further and therefore have less drop-off. They'll do more damage from further away. Headshots will do far more damage, but they're harder to hit. Just showing you here. You can stand here and you can hit both dragons from here. Because our bow is not upgraded, Charlie, we're not doing tons of damage, and also we don't have tons of arrows. So this is not going to work for us, but just showing you, like, you can technically do it if you want to, but let's not. Right, instead, we're going to do it the normal way, the way you're supposed to do it. Heading onto the bridge, immediately, as soon as you touch the bridge, dropping down to the left. We're going to try and avoid dropping down again because down here there are 2 Puss of Man laddies. So we are just going to leave them for now. We will come back to them. And instead we're going to stick to the left and go for these guys. You have got another Hunter Charm guy up there. You've got a crossbowman there. All sorts of fun things to deal with. A nice big loud screech from the Puss of Man. It's just a lovely time over here. We're going to focus firstly on the large lads. And then head and take out the much easier little guys on the sides. Right. Perfect. Oh god. Oh no. Oh, these 2. Okay, right. So, very carefully here. If you're, I guess, on the ball, you can try and get a backstab there, but it's, oh god, it's hard. It's hard, this one. Right. The strat for these 2 is to pull the 2 of them and then pull them way, way back, right? One of them will leash. Actually, both of them have leashed in this case. Perfect. Okay. Pull out your bow. And we're going to just sort of get the attention of one of them. Not the one we were trying to get. Never mind. But right. Now it's a one-on-one. You do not want to fight these guys 2 at a time. It's ridiculous. Especially with the guy's buffing his weapon. This guy has a great shield. It's terrible. It's awful. So one at a time. Using our bow. And trying for a backstab. But we don't need it. Really. Our damage is so heckin' good by now. We might be able to get backstab here though, so if we just sort of sneak up on him, you need to be close enough, not blocking, and press just RB to do it. See, we weren't really close enough there, but it did let us get a combo in. We did have the element of surprise, so it's all good. Right, so killing these guys doesn't give us anything. Didn't even really need to do that. But it's one of those completionist things, isn't it? There's an item just above them. We will get that later. Grabbing the soul here in the middle and the gem outside here. There is a staircase we can go down. But not yet, just sort of pointing out that's there. That's there where the dragons were. Yeah, down here there is a frosty watchdog of the Boreal Valley. Just like the one that we found way back in the undead settlement. Tactics same as before, except he has more health and does more damage now, and we don't have a door to cheese him with. Always trying to stay behind him. If you do get some good headshots on him, he does stagger quite quickly. And as long as you are waiting for him to move first, dodging around the side, and then attacking back, you should be okay with that guy. You've got a nice big room to fight him in as well. All these chests are fine. No mimics here. It seems that we've already fought the entire populace of mimics. They were all in the flippin' profaned capital. Actually, that's a lie. There's like 2 in this area. Okay, eat my words. Never mind. It was for the joke. It was for the joke. Right. Okay, but yeah, all chests down there, all done down there. We're going up here now. And you can see face to face with the gold dragon. Right, the way to do this is hesitation is defeat, as Ishina would say. Once the dragon starts breathing, it's really difficult to sort of find a window here to run through, because it just kind of keeps going and then the fire stays on the ground, which does do ticking damage to you. Not so much the damage, it's the fact that it sort of staggers you. What we're going to do then is run all the way back here until we can listen and hear that the dragon has stopped breathing fire. We're just going to put eyes on it. Just, there we go. Right, it stopped breathing fire. If we run and keep running and run all the way across, we can get to the other side safely, quickly, easily. Much better than trying to find it. I actually think there's no way to do that hitless if you don't go right away. Like right now. So from now, keep sprinting all the way across, and then by the time he sees you, you're already across. Wahoo! Right, this room has explosive barrels in it. You can roll through them. I recommend rolling through them as opposed to hitting them, just in case, I don't know, you forgot you had a fire weapon enchant on. If the fire bombs make contact with the barrels, they will explode. It's a big area of effect. If you're anywhere near them, it's huge damage. Whoa, that was close. That was close. And similarly, the barrels will explode if you have a fire weapon. Oh, this guy's coming to meet us. But we are, first of all, before we tackle this room, we're going to go up this ladder on the right. Is it? Whoop. Nice. There's a few things up here to tackle, first of all. Namely, this big dragon hand behind us. But we'll go outside first of all. Just take care of this. So this up here we can pick up, and then we could go down and get that crystal lizard. Or there's a crystal lizard here. Let's, first of all, we're going to go back in and just get the dragon first of all. So the dragon's actually, I guess, mind controlled, hand controlled. It's a puss. A puss of man, a puss of dragon. A puss of dragon. Going near it will activate it. You don't want to be anywhere close to it when it does activate, because it does like a sort of rampage type thing. You can use fire bombs, you can use fire paper, or whatever it's called in this game, heckin' charcoal pine resin, to stun it, and then run in with the combo. And then, I guess, dip out again, dip in, dip out. We could throw another firebomb, but it's so close to death. Ooh, almost poisoned. I would have said better safe than sorry and maybe just threw another firebomb, or maybe use the charcoal pine bundle, because Puss of Man is kind of all the charcoal. There we go. There we go. Kind of all the bundle is good for, because it's such a short duration on the buff. That's literally what they're made for, I reckon. But yeah, if you get in there with the running attack, nice quick attack, get them stunned, get a combo on them, they can't really do anything. When you kill the Puss of Dragon hand, Puss of Hand, the whole dragon disappears, which is a bit odd. Any lore boys in the chat want to explain that? I don't know. One down, one to go. And also, now we don't have to worry about the dragons breathing fire on the bridge anymore, because the other one, I guess, is kind of heartbroken, and he's just sort of given up the ghost. Crystal lizard. Look at this. Watch this, by the way. She's like, oh no, mate, you think you're getting away from me? Absolutely not. It's just some twinkling titanite, which we don't even need, but it's the principle of the thing. Damn it. And also because we can. So he gets sort of stuck on this little rock here, starts trying to teleport away, and we can get some arrows in. Two twinkling titanite. I mean, we didn't even need it, but we did. We didn't, but we did. You know? Yeah, the other dragon, he's just kind of like, he's chilling. He's feeling a bit sad. But we'll head round. There was another titanite, crystal lizard down here at this bit. You have to drop down. So we'll drop. And drop again. And this crystal guy, this is a trap. He will run into a spot here where 4 thieves are waiting to ambush you. And if you're really eagle-eyed, you'll notice the crystal lizard actually fell through the floor. So that's him gone. So we're a bit confused as to where'd the crystal lizard go. So we didn't get the loot from that one, which is a weird one. Or maybe we did. Maybe it's in our bags. Right, so yeah, 4 thieves here. The way to do this would be to kill the thieves first and then reload the game to get the crystal lizard. Do not try and focus on the crystal lizard, because these guys are just going to gang up on you. Reloading didn't work for us because the crystal lizard's actually dead. Weird one. Defo. But yeah, that's how you get that. Right. We get this guy dangling over there. And then up here we have another wingless winged knight that can hit us through the terrain. Because of course he can. Because of course he can. Of course. Dark Souls 3. That attack's quite difficult to dodge every single hit of it, but thankfully it doesn't do too much damage. Again, we're just trying to sort of get around the back of him. There you go. One of those backstabs where the game goes, let me give you a hand there. Trying to get around the back of him, trying to get backstab in, and then as he's getting up, we can get a couple hits in. This guy's blocking our heals again. This was the guy that was annoying us earlier, so we finally got him down. And there's a free sniper crossbow there with some bolts. Don't really need him. But we got him. Thanks. Okay, so now this is us right back here again. Where the bonfire was, where the dragons were, breathing fire. And we're free now to pick up all the shinies in the courtyard here. We've got some lightning urns. We've got some... Oh, a refined gem. For quality weapons. Very good. And an ember. Perfection. Right, so... Other side time. For the other dragon. We drop down here on this side of the bridge, first of all, to grab an undead bone shard. Nice, nice. And now we can finally heal. Forgot about that. Forgot about healing. The other puzzle man's just here. We can easily plunge onto him and make sure we kill him before he transforms. If you let them transform, they drop upgrade materials. I believe at this point in the game it would be like a large titanite shard, something like that, which we really don't need. So there's no detriment really just to killing them before they transform. Really. We don't need whatever they drop. We don't need it. And if we do, we can literally just buy it at this stage, really. Alrighty, right. With those guys down, now we can head up here. We're heading to the second dragon now. Right, we're just going to head back round again after we picked up... We dropped off for the undead bone shard. We've headed back round to where we dropped off. And... we're heading back around the right to this room we didn't really explore because we went straight up the ladder to kill the gold dragon. So now we're going to head up the stairs, ignore the bloodstain, and take out these guys again. Watch out for the exploding barrels. Take my word for it. And there's quite a lot of these guys. There's like a few up here and then there's a few that like come from downstairs. This guy's throwing firebombs. There's another guy throwing firebombs. Nice. And then more guys over here. Down the stairs. It's dark in here. I don't really like it. Dark. This was where the dragon hand was. So we're just beating these guys just so they don't come after us. So back up to the top. Oh, there's a shiny in the corner there that we missed. Just getting these guys because they will stand up. Oh, pale pine resin. That's actually going to be really useful. We're going to use that for this next boss. Nice try, mate. Nice try. You can't rally your pals when they're all already dead. Oh, word of advice for these thief guys. LB, not RB. My god. My god. I think a little bit of underestimation was done there. Sheesh. Easily done. Definitely easily done. Yep, and a couple things to pick up. Here. Oh, some throwing knives. Ooh, very nice. Right, there was a... We got the... Oh no, we got the shiny in the corner. It's the chest. The chest we didn't get. So we're just breaking all this stuff. Because the chest is a mimic. So we've got a nice, clear room now to fight if we need it. We don't need it because we do that much bloody damage that we can one cycle this mimic, so it doesn't really matter. And this one drops 2 Titanite skills. Alrighty. This lever here will pull up this gate, so it provides another shortcut. Nice to have. Don't really need, but nice to have. Well, yeah, actually, no, we do need it. We do. What am I on about? When did we take the bow off? Well, we're putting it back on. We definitely don't need bolts. Again, like I mentioned before, we're really low on arrows. Should have definitely bought some more arrows. Hindsight is a beautiful thing. Okay, so we've got Knight down there, and then we've got a monk up the stairs that's going to try and buff him. We can... I guess we can fight this guy. Like, over here. Try and get behind him. Whoop. Oh god, not good. Not good, not good. There we go. And now he's buffed. But there's his pal down, at least. Oh, he's not buffed. The buff didn't work. He buffed his weapon. But he must have been, like, I don't know, out of line of sight for the other buff. I don't know. Not completing. Definitely not. Trying to get behind him. There we go. Here we go. My god, this one feels tougher than the other ones. There we go. Oh, there was a guy trying to heal him down at the bottom of the stairs. Well, there you go. There you go, there you go. Another ember down there. Perfect for our collection of embers that we never use. Oh, and another one down here. Great shield man. Great shield, great spear. And he's been buffed. How did he get buffed, but the other one did now? I don't know. It's okay. Just gonna take it slow. Oh, the buffs ran out. Perfect. Get our backstab, maybe. Maybe. Get our backstab. No, get our shield slap. There we go. Game gave us a little helping hand there. Great. Okay, so this door has opened here, just in case we do die. From here, we can get back in here quicker. And we'll head up the stairs to the other side. And up ahead, the fog wall, that's our boss. That's our Dragonslayer Armor. A few things of note in here. Sunlight metal. That elevator, this door. Around the other side of this door is a path. And a ladder. And then on the very other side, just ahead of us now, another shortcut. So we're going to go down this one first of all. And just open this up. This is going to be our shortcut, our main elevator. You'll become well acquainted with this elevator while we are progressing on the Dragonslayer Armor. So from here, we're just heading down to get to Dancer's Bonfire. But I mentioned earlier on in the episode, there's a slightly more convenient bonfire. Over here, Lothric Castle. That one's the one that's literally just up the stairs. So we can turn around to the rafters here and then just drop down here. And it's literally just a tiny bit faster than climbing up the ladder every time from the dancer. So there's our bonfire that we're rezzing from. Here's our elevator that we are using to get our shortcut back to the boss. This is a boss that took us quite a few tries, and I'm hoping I can use all the wisdom gained to help give you some good tips for it. But a big tip is do your future self a favor and just send the lift back down, because it really does make a big difference to your patience, like how quickly you lose patience if you have to wait on this bloody elevator every time. So literally just press on the button before you come off of it. We are just quickly pointing out this elevator on the right hand side here. This is not functioning currently. This is actually a shortcut to the next boss in the next area, which is really nice that it all connects up. It's very nice Dark Souls things. But just pointing it out to you just now, don't panic that it doesn't work yet. It will work later. Okay. But coming out the other side, we've got a red tearstone ring. Oddly late in the game to pick this up, in my opinion. This will make you do a considerable amount of more damage if you are at low health. So great if you are nice and confident about your inability to be hit. This shiny here is Kaith's Chime, a dark magic chime. Dark medical, I should say. This was the shiny that we saw after we defeated those two Lothric knights. We killed them both at once, and then I said there's actually no reason to do that. The shiny was above them there. So what we've done is we've just used the coiled sword fragment. It's like an infinite Homeward Bone. And we've teleported back to the bonfire just because we didn't really want to fight those knights again. So yeah, once again, running back this way. Now that we've picked all that stuff up, back up the lift. And then sending it back down again. Right, now we're going to go get this door open, or rather do the stuff that then concludes with opening that door. And it starts with going up this ladder here. On the rooftops here, there's a couple of lads to deal with. We're just going to get the bow out and see if we can chip away at some of their health just to make things a bit easier. There's a big guy that comes out through the doorway, so even if we can just get like one of them down, it would be easier. We're shooting him in the dick. Great. Oh, he's also trying to shoot us back. Nice. And dodging. Oh, for goodness sake. Now we're out of arrows. Well, we chipped away at some of his health. It's okay. It's alright. Here's the big guy. Whoa. Alright, so do be careful. The biggest, I guess, danger here is just rolling off the flippin' rooftop. So dinny do that. Oh, right. We're gonna take the ladder down here. This is the room with the door that opened. Knight's ring. Strength ring. Should you need it. Should you need it. Feels Sekiro, man. Lothric Knight on the bridge. Very picturesque. Very nice. Definitely just rush him as he is buffing. No honor. Just combo him down. Before he even has a chance to start swinging it. Yeah, I mean, he obviously is swinging at us now, but that's him mostly down. Nae bad, nae bad. This is the room with the door that opens. There we go. So that leads back out to the boss fog courtyard. We were. In here we have the Altar of Sunlight, where we get the Praise the Sun emote. You can offer sunlight medals to get like lightning bolt. Level up that Covenant. We gained the ability to represent the Covenant a very long time ago. Way at the start of the game. There's a chest behind us that Charlie does completely ignore. Sorry about that. Inside is just a Titanite scale. Alrighty, okay, and now lastly, we can look over here and we can drop down to take out this Puss of hand. Got some fire bombs, got some fire paper, nice plunge attack, which obviously did a huge amount of damage to us as well, never mind. Let's put on the charcoal pine bundle and rush in there. Just waiting for him to stop having his tantrum. Oh, never mind. There we go. First hit is the hardest, and then you can just easily keep going after the first hit. And that does make the white dragon disappear, and it gives you all these nice upgrade materials as well. So now that's 2 for 2. Both dragons gone. Nice wee soul there. We'll take that. We'll definitely use that later. Inside here, this chest is a mimic. You can tell because of the chain. You can also tell because it's breathing. So that is, again, easily one-cycled in one stamina bar. And it gives us the Sunlight Straight Sword. A faith scaling weapon. There's a Braille Divine Tome here we can give to Irina back at the Firelink Shrine. And this will actually allow us to conclude her questline. So we'll do that later on at the end of this episode. I like that the books are in Braille because she's blind. I don't know, it's a nice touch. Okay, we can, I guess, just drop down here to where the dragons were. No longer bothering us. Hell yeah. And then up here is where we unlocked that shortcut. But why would we run through that when we can literally just teleport back to the bonfire, homeward bone, coiled sword, whatever, and just go from here. Much easier. We've got quite a lot of souls, so we'll probably just spend these just before we go. This boss is quite tricky. Not so much the boss, but the boss's pets as well. Things can get quite chaotic, so we're just gonna make sure we bank these souls before we go ahead. There's various things we can spend them on. You are probably still spending them on levels, but it's definitely worthwhile picking up some pale pine resin here from the Shrine Handmaid. We're buying the heckin' Nameless King armor set, because why not? Why the heck not? Maybe more adders? No? Fashion. I mean, adders are important, but fashion is also important. I totally understand. Yeah, pale pine resin adds magic damage to your weapons. It's going to be really good for the Dragonslayer armor. Right, yep, let's also get some feather arrows. They've got nice big long range on them that we can use with our bow. Perfect. Okay, so that's those souls kind of like banked, spent. They're not going to be wasted. As mentioned, DSA is weak to magic. He's also weak to frost. So we do have this Irithiel straight sword that we got from the doggy. But if you still have the soul of Vort, your other option is over here from Ludleth. You can get the Vort's Great Hammer if you're a strength character. We do not have the strength to wield it, but maybe you're a strength character and you want that. However, for the Sellsword Twin Blades, our good bet is just using the pale pine resin. So we got a bunch of those to get magic damage from that. Frost, obviously there's no frost like weapon buff. Only weapons that already have frost on them. But we have so many upgrade materials that if you did fancy trying out the Irithiel straight sword, just to have something different for a try. But also say you're like me and you don't really love like consumable items because it feels like you waste them when you die, and I get stressed using consumables. I feel like I get more aggressive, like, because I'm worried about it running out. I don't know. I prefer when it's just on my weapon, like innately. So yeah, we've got plenty of twinkling titanite that you can use to level up that sword if you do wish, and you can two-hand it, or you can put some investment in strength for that. But for us, sticking with the twin blades, we've got the Grasscrest shield on our back, and we've got pale pine resin for magic buff just on our equipment belt. May as well get rid of the coiled sword fragment because we don't want to be accidentally pressing that in the middle of the fight. That would be hilarious. Rings wise, we're probably not wearing the optimal rings. The silver serpent ring at this stage in the game, when you are like, well, we're definitely like pretty solid for souls. We don't really need an extra, what, 10% or whatever it is. That ring slot could definitely be put to better use. Maybe even the magic clutch ring, etc. Right, time for Dragonslayer Armor. So, phase 1, he is fairly slow. We're going to start by buffing up our weapon just as he sort of wakes up. A lot of his combos are in threes, so 1, 2, 3, and then we can get 1 or 2 hits in. Some attacks are faster than others. He attacks with his shield. If he is at medium range, he has a couple gap closers like so. He also has projectiles that you can throw. We'll see plenty of that later on in the fight. So the basic phase 1 loop is dodge, dodge, hit, dodge, dodge, hit. If he takes his weapon in 2 hands, it's slightly slower. Dodge, dodge, hit. There's a couple more things to be aware of if we just try and activate those. He does like a fake out where he looks like you've stunned him, but you've actually not stunned him. Just gonna wait and see if that happens. Our buff has run out, so you can actually use the fountain in the middle here to get him trapped to rebuff. Be aware though, if you run too far away from him, he loves doing his projectile attack, and that can go straight through the fountain. Oh, here we go. Right, so he looks staggered, so you're like, yeah, great, free damage, but no, he's actually gonna do this big AoE that you need to be quite far away from to avoid. So depending on your health, be aware, you can get a little couple hits in, and it doesn't do that much damage. I've talked over the music change, sorry, it's quite subtle, but when there is a music change, that is signifying the start of phase 2. So his little dragon moth friends on the side of the arena, they do start joining in the fun for phase 2. DSA doesn't do anything different in phase 2, but his dragon friends joining in does make the fight considerably more difficult. So we have lasers, and we also have Cloudy with a chance of meatballs raining from the sky. Because we're so far away from him there, we got a projectile. Just always be aware, if he's, you know, that far away from you, expect him to do his projectile. Listen for the sound cues, be ready to react, because it does go through the stairs, it goes through the fountain, it goes through everything. So what we're doing to avoid both the dragons and the Dragonslayer armor is we're literally just going back and forth, like around the fountain to the other side. We can use the fountain to rebuff as long as he is nice and close to us. If the dragons have just attacked, you know that you have a window here to focus on DSA. If they've not attacked for a while, we know that we should probably just switch over, switch sides. There you go, exactly, that was perfect timing. I was going to say, and then expect a projectile. We've got plenty of heals though, thankfully. And another projectile. Bloody loves that attack. Always expect that attack. Here it is. He's doing it again. And dodge. Every so often you're going to want to unlock and check out what the dragons are doing, one on either side. But we've just like switched sides, just knowing that they're probably a way to attack us. This is a situation where there might be a couple of times where you rebuff and the buff just runs out without you ever hitting him, which is why I mentioned before about personally me finding it a bit stressful. Projectile coming. There you go, I can predict it all. Dragons are not doing anything, so we use the time to rebuff, and now we're just going to wait for him to come to us. The dragons do like lasers and stuff. Here comes some meatballs as well. So we're going to want to change sides, or just dodge it all. This two-handed attack we haven't actually seen until now, but it does have a huge area of effect from in front of him. Luckily, we did the best thing possible, and that was to dodge behind him. He does do that throughout the fight, but that was the first time we actually saw it, which is odd. But yeah, best place to be for that is dodge forward around the back of him rather than trying to dodge back, because it's huge AoE. And that was Dragonslayer Armor. Hopefully that made sense. The key is just sort of feeling out the time between the dragons attacking, being aware of like dodging that projectile attack, and like switching from either side of the room, like back and forth, back and forth. You can use the fountain, but don't rely on it if he is too far away from you. It's a good fight, it's a fun fight, but it is a hard fight. It's sort of, this is, I guess, the precursor to an even harder fight that comes after it as well, so it's good practice for that. Up ahead is our next area, the Grand Old Duke of York Archives, and here's the Grand Archives key. So you can only get this key if you have defeated the appropriate number of bosses, because technically you can get here super early if you kill Emma and do Dancer early, but luckily we've done the game in the right order, so we were able to pick up the key here. Time to go back to Firelink Shrine because we have a few things to do here. We've got an NPC questline to conclude, among other things. Oh, we've got two NPC questlines to conclude. First of all, we're going to head to Grey Rat, now that we've cleared Lothric Castle, now that we've gotten the Grand Archives, like, accessed. He's like, do you know what, I quite fancy going to Lothric Castle. So if you send him to pillage Lothric Castle, be aware, he will die. There is no way around it. He will die. But we will be able to find his corpse, retrieve his ashes, give them to the handmaiden. Sorry, just to point out here, we are buying loads more arrows just with our souls here because we are going to use them. Get his ashes, shrine handmaiden. We get access to everything that he would have sold anyway, from the handy location of an existing merchant. Irina here, we can give the Divine Tome to finish out her quest, Divine Braille Tome of Lothric, so she's very happy about this. Now what we have to do is we have to purchase all of her medicals. Now, just the sort of light medicals, not the dark medicals. So for this, we're a little bit short on souls. We'll need to start using some sort of hard soul items just in our inventory like so. Boss souls are always worth keeping just in case there's anything special you want to get from them. So we're keeping those and we're just going to pop the regular souls. Right, so that's it. Just the first 2 rows. The last row, we accidentally gave her some deep tomes. That was naughty. Don't buy the dark medicals. Only buy the light ones. And then if we go ahead and restart the game, just to confirm, we have fulfilled Irina's wish, and that was to, I don't know, I guess, be a light medical lady. She wants to become a firekeeper, and for some reason, us buying all these medicals from her reading all these lovely, nice Bibles, she's like, oh, do you know what? I'm just feeling inspired. I think I'm a firekeeper now. So now you can find her in this tower here, the tower apart, where the naked swordsman was once upon a time guarding, and we opened it. We found the eyes of the firekeeper in here, and now we find Irina, the firekeeper, just chilling in the dark. So she's super chuffed about this. And she actually functions exactly the same as our firekeeper. And she can level up for you, which I think is nice. We don't really need another firekeeper, but like, rest easy in the knowledge that we've completed her quest line. This is interesting as well. If you have given her any deep tomes, so like the dark medicals, she then just sort of poops them out in this place here. So we can pick them up and we can actually give them to Yuria. Sorry, not Yuria, Carla. Carla. We can actually give them to Carla, which is really cool because we can still get the hexes from them, as well as completing Irina's questline. So even if you make the mistake of giving her the tomes, we just then, we give them to Carla instead. She's reluctant at first because she's like, hey, this is miracles. This is not what I normally deal with. But if you persist and you say, no, I really think you should take these, she eventually agrees. She's like, well, you did save me from certain death. So like, yeah, I suppose I can read a couple wee books for you. She's like, don't tease me. Don't tease me if I mispronounce any names. So yeah, just persist, ask again, and she'll eventually take them. I love how she says just this once, but like we gave her 2. Okay, so now we have all those that Irina was offering us. Now we can just buy them from Carla. So if we're going after the Platinum Trophy or like all NPC questlines, etc., it does involve buying all the spells. So now we can buy all the spells from her. Hooray! We're going to need a lot more souls for this though. In fact, we are going to start doing this for all the NPCs now, for Orbeck and for Corvus, and buy all their pyromancies and sorceries for reasons. So first to Orbeck. Don't think we have any tomes for him, scrolls for him. We've got lots of souls to buy from him and not enough souls to buy them, but at least, you know, we've made a start. So we've got so many of these souls in our bags just to quickly pop. We should have more than enough, basically, to afford everything from him. If you don't, it's literally just like finishing an NPC questline. With Orbeck, he is summonable for Twin Princes, so this is kind of the time to do it if you wanted him to help you on that quite difficult fight. Cornix, yep, all the pyromancies. We've already bought a couple of them. We're going to have to pop more souls to get them all.
Do not be gone. What is it?
But it's worth doing. Okay, Chaos Storm, Poison Mist, Acid Surge. I mean, Poison Mist is just like great anyway, like no matter your build. It's always good. So that's just got everything from Cornix. Carla's spells are a wee bit more expensive, so we're just gonna get what we can from her, and then we got pop more souls. That's fine. We've got loads. Let's go. Okay, 1, 2, 3. We're gonna be just short. That's so annoying. 2 more to go. 9k. All right, back in the bag. Right, we've ran out of souls, but that's fine. Just after the next boss, we'll have enough to buy the rest from her. We had an undead bone shard to burn to upgrade our Estus flask. That is nearing max now. What we're going to do, because we've progressed Irina's quest, is we're going to go to the Road of Sacrifices. Just the first bonfire, Road of Sacrifices. Turn around. Ah, this is where we fought the icy doggy. And then head up the elevator, where we very first met Irina and Morn. And for some reason he's in there just dead. I guess he'd outlived his usefulness. So you can pick up his weapon and shield from his corpse. And you can pick up his armor from the Shrine Handmaiden. Should you like the design? Should you like the defense of it? She just sells it here. I guess he outlived his usefulness as a bodyguard, but now that she's chilling in a tower as a firekeeper. Lastly, we're heading up here to talk to Patches quickly. Patches, of course, being Grey Rat's good pal. Now that Grey Rat has gone off pillaging, we'd better tell Patches where he's gone.
Hey, what happened to Grey Rat anyhow? I haven't seen him.
So you do have the option whether you want to tell him or withhold the information. No point in lying to a liar. Just simply tell him that he's gone there. And he implies, oh, people don't come back from Lothric. I mean, we did, but we're someone else, guys. We're someone else. So I guess this is your clue that he's probably died. And to keep an eye out for his corpse. It's so sad. Imagine a Dark Souls 3 storyline ending in sadness. Imagine. So Patches does go and see if he can find him. He can't save him this time, unfortunately. So he'll go for a bit, and then he'll come back, and he'll give you a gift, a wee divine blessing. That is us for now. So in the next episode, we will tackle the Grand Archives. So we'll just head there now. And the boss of the Grand Archives, the Twin Princes. Our final Lords of Heckin' Cinder. Exciting. Thank you very much for watching, guys. Remember to subscribe if you want to see the next part first. They go up every Sunday at 6 p.m. Like the video, and I like you, and I'll see you in the next video.